We all know that eating healthy food is essential to our physical health. We can only consume so many calories each day, sometimes too many, and if we ingest those calories with junk food, with food that not only lacks nutrition, but actually has harmful, unhealthy ingredients, then our body will suffer. Our physical health will deteriorate. And as time goes on, the momentum and the habits build, and poisoning ourselves with garbage becomes normal. We lower the bar for ourselves. And then we earn the consequences. We get fat, we get diabetes, we have low energy, we get heart disease. We put ourselves on an inevitable track towards destruction, even though we know it's bad. We know junk food hurts us and healthy food helps us, but it's still really hard to do. At least it's really hard for me. How much worse would it be if we didn't even know there were negative ramifications? If it wasn't so deeply ingrained in the public consciousness, like the effects of healthy or unhealthy eating? Because that is precisely what is happening to many of us, and we don't even realize the damage being done and the danger being flirted with. We don't even know that we are on an inevitable track. But it's not unhealthy food poisoning our physical bodies, it is the unhealthy diet that we are feeding our brains. Just like food, you can only take in so much information on a given day. And just like food, the stuff that's not good for you feels a lot better short term. Talking shit with your friend about somebody, binging something dumb on Netflix, endless YouTube videos of crackheads fighting, your favorite genre on Pornhub for 2 hours longer than, quote, necessary, end quote, hanging out with crappy people, discussing crappy stuff, and so on. We all have our own favorite mental junk food we like to indulge in. Are you ready for some radical honesty? Here's mine. One is researching whether celebrities or quasi-celebrities I encounter have ever been photographed or filmed naked. Another is watching pundits and journalists and experts discuss MMA and UFC news on YouTube. And I can also get dragged into an angry debate on Facebook, which is always inherently negative and pointless. Those are probably my three big ones. Feeding your brain things that are negative or stressful or angry or untrue have a very real impact on you as a person. But we can get addicted to it, just like you can get addicted to junk food. And the terrible impact had on your mind, your spirit, and even your character might be even worse than the bad food. And the dumb, silly, pointless things we consume are just wasted, empty calories. Not as terrible, but definitely not helping you. We know what healthy food is and what the benefits are, but what constitutes healthy content for your mind and soul? The most important source of quality mental calories will probably surprise you. It's people, your friends. Making sure the people you are spending your time talking to, who you share interesting ideas and excellent advice, rational thoughts, and positive encouragement, is the most essential step to improving your mental diet. Most of what you absorb comes from the people you talk to. After that, it's probably what you expect. Books and audiobooks, podcasts, the right kind of YouTube videos, online courses, etc. All about the things you want to be better at, including just being a better person. There's an interesting side effect that occurs also when we choose to spend our time consuming content on a productive topic. I always have an audiobook I'm listening to periodically throughout the day, and they generally tend to be on marketing, business management, entrepreneurship, and so on. Listening to the book or the podcast or the video gets my mind engaged on the topic, so not only am I getting the good info that I'm listening to, but that new information is stimulating that area of my mind, mixing with what I already know, resulting in me having great new ideas, sometimes barely related to the audiobook that I'm listening to. Books and audiobooks are invaluable because they're an opportunity to be taught one-on-one by an expert. But this side effect, for me at least, is almost even better. James Altucher likes to talk about idea sex, where getting new ideas combined with other new ideas for these epiphanies. All of this is so powerful, but it never happens unless you consciously monitor and work on improving your mental diet, cutting back the junk. And just like with food, a little bit is fine. There's no harm in me seeing an ad with Celine Dion and then Googling to find out if she's ever been naked. And by the way, she was once in a French-Canadian TV show in 1989. And there's also no harm in me watching a clip of Luke Thomas discuss the upcoming UFC fights. That by itself isn't a big deal. It's when the junk becomes what we exclusively consume with nothing healthy in our diet that things start to become a problem. Start seeking out the good stuff, and you'll find out that the junk stops being so tasty. You know who likes serving me a lot of amazing junk food? Your mom, especially last night. Also, though, she likes and subscribes to all these videos, and you should too. Be like your mom. All right, we'll see you next week.